Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Let me just check my volume. Okay, it's good. We're just going to give it a few minutes. Let the notification go out. All right, awesome. There it goes. Good morning, cool ass chick. All right, so guys, I know that you all have been following the situation with Five Babe and Tisa. And over the past, 3 days or so, they have kind of unpacked the situation. They gave us a decent amount of information to where people who have been paying attention can make a decision on who they feel is right or wrong. Me personally, I think I told y'all in my last live, I did not make a decision on who was right or wrong. But I did tell you guys that I felt like the friendship had come to an impasse because neither one seems to be willing to confirm or conform to the request of the other person. Um, so, in that sense, it kind of is what it is. So for this live, I just wanted to unpack a few things that kind of stuck out to me, that Five Babe had said and that Tisa had said. And I'm going to have to be really careful with my words because I was in all of Five Babe's Zooms. And technically, I don't want to say the Zooms are secret, but I don't feel it's my place to come out and tell you all what happened in the Zoom if Five Babe herself hasn't done it since it is her Zoom. Um, I feel like that would be almost just like recording it and putting it out. So I did see Tisa made another video this morning, and she made it to QB, and she was basically telling him that he should hold off on making a decision, a big decision like that until he has both sides of the story. And to Tisa, I would like to say to her, well, the situation has been going on for 3 days so far. We have seen you in multiple chats. You have made 2 videos. So you have more than an opportunity to tell your side of the story. But when she said that to QB, when she told him to hold off until he knows both sides of the story, she then proceeded to tell some anecdotes about, life lessons and other shit. She did not explain her side of the story. So I would just like to say to Tisa, yes, you are right with telling him that, but with telling him that, you can then not turn around and not tell him your side of the story. That seems a little weird to me. So hopefully, one day soon, if she feels comfortable, she will come out and she will tell her side. Um, so people can have an even clearer understanding. Because right now, we only are really hearing Five Babe's side of the story and what you said when you called in and the things that you said in the chat. So if you want to limit yourself to that being your side of the story, then you are going to have to deal with people not fully understanding where you're coming from because you are not explaining yourself, if that makes sense. Hey, Onyx Blue. Hey, Denise Jonas. Hey, Brooklyn Star. Hey, Love and Life. Brooklyn Star says, girl, this is the longest weekend ever, and I'm tired. Woo! Brooklyn Star. They ran me raggedy with that shit. I think it was yesterday or the day before. I think it's been 2 days in a row. Like, you bitches have run me so raggedy. I'm taking naps in the afternoon time. I don't never fucking take naps in the afternoon time. But I was drained. And not because I'm so emotionally involved in this bullshit or whatever, but like the reading of this little small phone screen and the flipping back and forth and the texting back and forth with my bitches, like I was fucking drained. I'm sure a lot of y'all were too. Oh my God, Miss Tawana, you really do need to go listen to the end of QB video. QB's whole video was a good video. It was funny as hell. I'm glad that the Godfather is back. Hey, Queen Lady T. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to QB's video again today because it was just so funny. He gave James the business, and I would not be surprised if James did hear it, which he probably did, because y'all know he be in bushes and stuff. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little piece of cleanup because QB grabbed James by his lace front and slung his ass all across the B sector last night. And bitch, I was in here hollering. Hollering. So I also do want to say that I do appreciate the fact that Phi Babe and Tisa are not actively cussing each other out, dragging each other, spilling each other's fucking secrets and shit. I do appreciate that part of the disagreement that they are having, that they have not taken it to that level, that they are being respectful to each other while having a serious disagreement. So I just want y'all to take notice of that. And yeah. Hey, Coupon Therapy. Coupon Therapy says, I got my life in QB chat last night. Yes, I did too, Coupon Therapy. Tawana said, I hope they figure it out before anything drastic happens. And you know what, Miss Tawana, I think pretty much it's already been figured out because they, if y'all really, really listen and listen with unobjective ears, Tisa and Phi Babe are saying the same exact thing to each other. They're saying the same exact thing. Her issue, Tisa's issue with GX and Phi Babe's issue with Pizarro, it's the same exact issue. And I just feel like because they are two very strong-headed individuals, neither one wants to fully realize their part in the situation, if that makes sense. And I have an issue with that personally myself. Like if I'm wrong, most likely you will never hear me say I'm wrong. I will just either kind of let it go or make some little bullshit statement, but I will generally not come out and make a statement saying that I am wrong and I apologize. So I think maybe that might be an issue with these two ladies. Also, they, like I said, they are very strong headed, and technically neither one of them feels like they're wrong, and technically they're not. They both have a good reasoning. Once we got all the information that we've gotten so far, once it was all broken down, like nobody can deny that both of their reasonings in the situation, it's justified. It's justified. But I do want to say it did raise a few eyebrows for me. Like the day after it happened, and we started seeing Tisa dropping down in all of these people's chats that she generally doesn't drop down in. That was a little telling for me. And that did cause my mind to think, like, okay, maybe she's doing this for a little bit of revenge because she was pissed off about the Phi Babe and GX thing. It did seem to be a little bit of I'm gonna show you how I felt type of thing. I don't know if she meant it to be like that, but as an outsider looking in, that's how it came off to me. Denise Jonas, Jay Wilson, that motherfucker, he's over there having wet dreams about this shit. He wakes up in wet draws and fucking puddles every morning behind this shit. He is just having the time of his life. Onyx Blue said exactly, very similar feelings for both of them. And I think that's where they come at, that's where the impasse comes in at. is that the situation between the two of them, their issue with each other is so similar. It's almost a mirror issue. You know, you switch some names around or whatever, but the crux of the issue is friendships and how people view those friendships on YouTube and how people can take those friendships and twist them against the friends. And we've seen it happen a lot of times over here. People are actively trying to drive wedges in between friends over here. It's no secret. Kimberly Black, I feel the same way that you feel. Kimberly Black says, I do think it could have been avoided if Tisa would have used a different page to visit other content creators' pages. I do feel that way also, Kimberly Black, but then again, you have to put yourself in Tisa's shoes. Like, Tisa has made a name for herself out here on these streets. And I don't know if y'all watched The Wire, but there was a part where, who was that? It wasn't, I can't remember what that boy's name, but he was the up and coming one. But they were in jail, and it was an issue because somebody was using his name in a derogatory sense. And he made this big blown out speech about my name is my name. And I feel like maybe that's what Tisa felt. You know, her name is her name. She has built her name out here on these streets. So for her to run around under a troll page is kind of taking away from her name that she's built out here on these streets. And as a subscriber, I have to put myself in the subscriber's shoes. As a subscriber, if you have name popularity, like, you've put in work for that name popularity and you deserve it. Good morning, Sharona B. Hey, Real Master. Good morning. Don't ask me, Ish. Brooklyn Star said, I'm pleading he stops wearing that tiny hat. Brooklyn Star, no. He needs to continue to put that motherfucker on, because every time I see him in that shit, I'm like, oh, hell, here go the Wicked Witch of the West. He's really giving Wicked Witch of the West tease. Hey, Loud Noise. For Halloween, all Jay Wilson has to do is literally just slap some fucking green paint on his face, and he is set. He is all set. No, Miss Tawana, I'm not saying she wants to be a content creator. Hey, Keyguard. Keyguard said, I'm logging off and taking a long mental break. Unlike others, I don't enjoy watching friends fight, especially not my friends. Thank you for stopping in, Keyguard. And also, I do want to say, I've seen a few people trying to put like Key in the situation. Y'all need to leave Key out of the situation. If you even cared about Key, then you would be subscribed to her goddamn community page, and you would have seen her post that says she is minding her own motherfucking business. So please continue, Key, to allow her to mind her own motherfucking business. Don't put her in this shit. Good morning, Dada. They didn't really say anything about you, Key. It was just people in the chat saying, like, oh, I wonder which way Key is going to go. I wonder who Key is going to choose. And not between you and the Tisa, Fire and the Tisa thing. It was between Fire and the Sean Bradley thing. Now, I haven't discussed the Fire and Sean Bradley thing. We are going to discuss that a little bit today, though. So that's all a few people in the chat were saying, like, ooh, I wonder how Key is going to handle this Fire and Sean Bradley thing. Well, Key says she's the fuck out of it. So leave her out of it. It is possible for somebody to like two people who are fighting and for them not to insert themselves in the bullshit. It is possible for somebody to just sit back on the sidelines with a bag of popcorn and watch. I do it all the time. Good morning, Jay Wilson. Good morning, V. Lenore. Miss Khalifa said Key shouldn't have to choose. That is childish. Yes, Miss Khalifa, I agree. I believe that, it would be Very easy for any of us to just sit on the sidelines and watch. Loud Noise said Tisa was a supporter before Babe Nation. A lot of people were Loud Noise. But I think a lot of people are also getting it confused. Just because you are a longtime supporter, just because the sector deems you as a heavy donor, does not give you the right to just kind of do whatever you want to. And in reality, you all have to really give Phi Babe a little kudos for the fact that she was willing to cut Tisa off with her being such a big supporter. I don't think that a lot of these people in this sector would have the fortitude or the balls to do that. Because a lot of people in this sector are about the money. Like they would really just side eye the friendship from their house and their personal feelings and not say anything to continue to let her give them money. A lot of y'all would, which is another reason why, even though I am monetized over here, I don't have my super chat turned on. I don't promote my Cash App because I don't want to get caught up in any bullshit with anybody over a couple of funky dollars that I really don't need. Now, definitely I could use it. Definitely I could, but I don't need it. And if I don't need it and it's not a necessity for me to get through to my day to day, I don't feel like dealing with all the shit that comes with it. Like the bottom of a lot of these issues on YouTube, it really stems from money. Money and numbers, but numbers correlate into money. So, that is one thing that I took from Kwani and that I still kind of run my channel by, like the no donations thing. Now, if one of my moderators happens to put my Cash App in here, if somebody happens to find my Cash App on my About page, that's fine. If you donate to me, I'm not giving the shit back. But I'm just saying, that's not why I'm here. Y'all know I'm here to kick it with my bitches because sometimes my thumbs get tired in the chat. And sometimes I have a little bit more to say than I can say in the chat. They only give you 60 characters. Exactly. Jay Wilson said this is a business. This is not real for me. And Jay Wilson has told y'all that from the beginning. So Jay Wilson to me is a little bit of a different kind of beast because he does not hide that fact. But he is probably the only person over here who doesn't hide that fact. The rest of them may feel that way, but they won't come out and tell you all because they know that it may piss you all off. Okay. Yes, 60K. All right. I just have to check my volume real quick. Okay, it's all right. I put my phone under the blanket. Heavy Bear said it's all about the money and Subby should establish boundaries with the content creators. Well, Heavy Bear, I could say that, you are one of those people who is guilty of not establishing boundaries with content creators because from what I see of you, you are one of those people who kind of blindly follow. Like I've seen you in some chats that some real fuck shit is going down and you're in there supporting the fuck shit. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Now, if anything ever happens and I actually do need the coins and we're gonna get it popping over here with the donations and shit, I will let y'all know that this shit is all for the money. I have no problem with that. Heavy Bear said, "I don't fall in love with talent." Well, I don't know, Heavy Bear. I just the way that I see you in chat sometimes, You do look a little bit sycophantic, if you know what that means. Hey, Tisa, girl, I ain't worried about it. You got to get your shit off, girl. Get your shit off. I At this point in my YouTube career, I don't even care if people speak before they just start typing in my chat because I'm a rude little bitch sometimes and I don't. So don't even worry about it. So I don't know, Heavy Bear. I just feel like maybe sometimes that you don't realize the way that you come off to somebody who may be watching you in the chat. Hey, girl. Sometimes you come off a little strong, a little almost you like a C cub light. Very light, but C cub light. I'm just saying. Jay Wilson, leave these people alone. You know they deep in here and they will squat up on your ass. Leave these people alone, Jay Wilson. Oh my goodness. And I don't feel any type of certain way about clubs or cliques or anything out here on YouTube because clubs and cliques are a thing of real life. Like people have clubs and cliques at work. You have them at school, sororities and fraternities and, so it doesn't really bother me about people squatting up or, clicking up or I think it's cute that a lot of the subscribers put the globe behind their name. I think it's cute. Like I thought it was cute when Mona and her people did it, even though I didn't respect it because it's Mona. But it was cute just to know. For me, it lets me know where this person stands in the chat. So if they're saying like some shit that's kind of weird to you, if they have a globe or a brain or whatever by their name, you know why they may be saying that weird shit. Heavy Bear said, well, I do know that I was an avid fan of Phi Babe and Babe Nation, but I did visit other platforms seeking entertainment. Just so have I, Heavy Bear. They will just say tracking devices. Is today Sunday? It sure is. Yeah, I've been off all week, so when I have a week off, I don't even look at what time it is. I don't even look at what day it is. I just have my week off. What's going on with Cookie, Queen Lady T? I don't watch that angry bat. Oh, I did hear some. Now, I will say, I did hear some shit about that person in the Zoom. And that person, if y'all think that bitch be over there hollering and screaming her fucking life out now, give it a couple of months. Give it a couple of months. We may actually see Cookie have a full live fucking heart attack, stroke online. Give it a couple of months. Now, when that shit starts popping off, oh, I am going to resubscribe to her page at that point. So I'll be watching and looking and lurking for that shit. And for those of you in here who know, you know. Good morning, Gemini 75. Hi, Lisa Morgan. Hey, Black Girls Code. Real master knows what I'm talking about. So I'm ready for that shit to go down. And isn't it also very interesting how this situation with Phi Babe and Tisa would have been gold for Rita? Gold for Rita. But that bitch been real quiet lately. Y'all know why she been quiet? I know why she been quiet. She been quiet because Phi Babe came out here and told everybody that that bitch had 7 days to turn in her evidence, and that 7 days had passed. I wonder if she's over there still trying to scrape up and fucking copy and paste and put shit together and create shit that doesn't exist. If that's why she's so busy. Because this right here is prime content for a bitch like Rita. But she's suspiciously quiet. I wonder why. Hey, bookworm. Good morning, Chipper. Y'all in here giving Jay Wilson the blues, but Pastor ain't worried. He is not worried. Y'all know y'all cannot knock him off his square. If anybody I can say out here that has not really been knocked off their square all that much, it's Jay Wilson. Now, every now and again, we do see him teeter totter on that square. Five Baby is a good one to get that nigga to teeter to totter. But for the most part, he stands pretty solid on his square. Ooh, what SD said? Hold on. And she took her video. Oh, she took her videos down, SD. See, I don't even be going over to that bitch page and looking at shit and checking shit if she ain't live. Child. Black Girls Code said, I don't need one. My streams of revenue don't require me to make a fool of myself on YouTube. Denise Jonas. Good morning, Denise. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Fatty Boom Boom. Denise Jonas said, no argument necessary. What's wrong with comments between content creators and subs? Subs are not on your level. Yes, Denise Jonas, I do agree with that to a point. I have made statements in the past that there are levels to this shit, and there is a caste system over here. And technically, if you don't know what a caste system is, it's like a totem pole. And technically, the subscriber is on the bottom of the totem pole, even though the subscriber is the one that holds the most power. It is not unlike our United States government. We, the people, technically are at the bottom of the totem pole, even though we, the people, hold all the fucking power. It's crazy. Oh, guys, if you haven't already, please consider hitting the like button. I'm only seeing 14 likes in here and 121 people. I'm just going to chalk it up to y'all being excited about the commentary and forgetting to hit the like. I am not going to believe that everybody in here is sporting one of those 700-pound Brianna fucking thumbs. But just in case you are one of those 700-pound thumb bitches, I will give you a pass because I know how hard it is to lift that big motherfucker twice. But anyways, thank you, beautiful son. So hold on real quick, guys. I'm going to pause this thing real quick and blow my nose, and then we could talk about the Sean Bradley thing. All right, we are back. So, what do you guys think about the Sean Bradley thing? The show. And so I would like to say for me, it wasn't really a surprise for me when she made the statements that she made about Sean Bradley, because if you are a member or if you are on the Patreon and you have access to the Zooms and you knew that this was something that had been bothering her for a little while, I feel like it was a breakdown of communication, because as you all know, it has been a long while since the last actual filming of the show. And I said almost 2 years ago, hopefully this show is not going to be in production for years because people, number one, are going to lose interest, and number two, I I don't think you can put a reality show out and the first episode is what 3 or 4 years in between the last episode. Like that is not a reality show. That's a fucking documentary or whatever. So because I had seen them not filming in a while, nobody was saying anything. I felt like it probably either was a done deal or I can't even say that Corona has something to do with it because they did have their Vegas gate. And if Corona didn't stop that, then I don't think Corona would stop another filming. I don't know what the reason was, but I did feel like once the filming slowed down and then just kind of finally stopped, that people were going to feel a certain type of way because they had actually made accommodations for the show that dealt with their channels. For example, them not beefing with each other on YouTube, saving it all for the show. Do y'all know how many good fucking cuss outs and beefs we missed because these people were told to save it for the show that never happened again? Like, can you hold off a beef with a bitch for a year? Like, if you got static with a bitch, can you hold off saying anything for a fucking year? I can't. I'm not even trying to hold that shit off for a month. So that little thing right there, when I heard months ago that they were told to hold their beefs for the show, I said, oh, well, this ain't gonna fucking be good at all. Because it causes you to have to skin and grin and smile and in a motherfucker's face who you got an issue with, but you can't tell them you got an issue because you're not on the show in front of the fucking cameras. Like, I don't like that shit. When I heard that that was one of the little things that they were doing on the show, I was like, well, that ain't gonna fucking end well. But I do want to say I am very proud of everybody who is on the show because they pretty much have held to that standard. And like I said, I cannot hold myself to that fucking standard. If I got a problem with you today, bitch, I'm gonna talk about it today. I can't hold my issue for a fucking year because after a year, I'm not even going to feel the same way. After a year, I may just be like, fuck it. I don't even care anymore. Fuck that bitch. So, hey, The Wire. So, I am actually also surprised that no one else in the sector has tried to come up underneath Sean and Ty and scoop people up to try to do their own show. Now we know that Bama tried. Bama damn sure tried, but woo, that was a hard fail. And people should have known it was bullshit from the beginning with lion ass Bama being the fucking star of that show. Like, what? But whatever. But, there are well off subscribers in this sector who probably do have those type of connections who could make something like that happen. I feel like somebody else hasn't really done it, hasn't tried to scoop up underneath anybody to do it, is because those well-off subscribers who may be able to have the means and opportunity to do it, they don't feel that this sector is worth it. They see all the bullshit that you people do. They see all the doxing. They see all the court cases and shit, and they don't want to be involved in that. They really don't. So it's a hindrance. You all have hindered yourself into this little box with all the fuck shit that you do because people who are actually have the means, opportunity, and money to help you will leave your ass standing in the dust. They will stay in the bushes with their popcorn and their soda and watch you crabs pull each other's down into the barrel. If I was one of those people who had the means and opportunity and money, I would want to help you all, but would I? Fuck no. Fuck no. Especially since I've been here from the beginning and I know how this shit goes. Nope. Nope. And I kind of feel a little bad for Ty because she, from what I can see, as an outside person looking in, knowing how much plane tickets cost per person, know how many people were there, knowing what it costs to rent one of them mini mansions for a week, knowing what it costs for a production company and those big ass cameras and editors. Like that, she put in a lot of money, a decent amount of money for this shit, really not to have any return on her investment. So for somebody to come up underneath her and try to do it themselves, it would be a waste of money also, because they've seen that Ty got no return on her investment. None. The least she could have done was create her own fucking YouTube page and upload the videos to YouTube to get a little bit of coinage that way. But it's from far from where I'm sitting, there is no return on investment. Like, she could have just taken that money and just fucking flushed it down the toilet, thrown it up the air, wiped her ass with it, whatever. Good morning, Khaleesi. Good morning, Miss Beasley. Good morning, Loving Life. Hey, cool ass chick. Hey, California girl. If I missed anybody, sorry about that. Khaleesi said these content creators are their own worst enemies. A PR and marketing nightmare. Just goes to show the old adage is true. You can't work with certain demographic of people. Khaleesi, I didn't say it. I didn't say it. Ooh, see what? See, okay, Broken Heart. I was just gonna mention that. Broken Heart says every production record company needs a failure for tax purposes. She's all right. Broken Heart. I was going to mention that, but I'm not really clear on how that works. If you have one of those companies and a reality show goes bust, if you can charge that off. I wasn't really clear on it, so I didn't really want to mention it too loud. But since you brought it up, Broken Heart, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing. Specifically, I was in here doing my hair the other day, and I don't know what it is with black ladies and doing their hair, but some of us are just fucking drawn to that Lifetime movie channel when it's hair day. So I'm in here watching Lifetime, and it was one of them movies on, and that was the situation that was going on. It was some production company, and they needed to have a failure in order to get this money somehow. It was some type of scheme. I told y'all I'm not a scheming ass bitch, so a lot of times when I'm watching these schemes or looking at them, they go over my head. But it was some type of scheme they were pulling, and they were making a movie. But everything they were doing in the movie, they were hiring shitty actors, terrible cameramen. They needed the movie to fail for whatever reason. But of course, because it's a movie, a Lifetime movie, the production that they were shooting, it ended up getting a lot of buzz, and it was going to do good in the box offices. So what did they do? They took all the film, they put it in the car, and they burned that shit up. So it would be a loss of all the film. So I did see that movie the other day, and it did twinge in the back of my mind. Well, maybe this was built to fail for money purposes, tax purposes. I don't know. I'm not a scamming ass bitch. I don't quite understand the science behind it, but I know it exists. Good morning, sweet honey biscuits. I like that name. And now I want some honey butter biscuits. Damn you. Sweet honey biscuits say, I don't understand why is Wilson always bringing up a failed reality show. Didn't TK say she wanted you to star in her show? Sweet honey biscuits. Now we all know that Tasha probably, I don't know. I think Tasha suffers from a little bit of adult ADHD, and her brain really is going like 1,000 miles a minute. And if she's not writing shit down, then it's gone once she completes the thought. So I don't think anybody took Tasha seriously when she was talking about a reality show. Tasha got a lot going on right now. That's the least of her fucking worries. California girl said the call is still coming any minute now from Bama. Oh, so I know people been talking about like where's Bama, where's Bama. I did see Q Robinson in. Excuse me, guys, I got the damn hiccups. I did see Q Robinson a week ago in Kiki's chat, and he was asking her where Bama was. And Q Robinson said that Bama is taking a break and that she will be back soon. So there's an update on that. If y'all didn't hear, if y'all didn't see, if y'all were still worried, that's what I saw Q Robinson say over in Kiki's chat about a week ago. So let's continue with this Sean Bradley 5'8" thing. Um I think 5'8" is upset because she feels like there was a lack of communication between herself and production and other people on the show. And I do see that. I do see it's definitely a lack of communication. Like I said, it's been over a year since they filmed the last one. It doesn't seem like they're reaching out to anybody, giving anybody any dates, telling anybody to get ready. I don't know. I'm not the type of bitch who you can call a month before and tell me that something's happening. No, I need 3 months in advance. 3 months in advance. Me personally. So at this point, I I would be very hard pressed to see if they were gonna film another episode of the show. If they do film another episode of the show, I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be all club chat like the first episode of the show. Maybe that's how they'll close it out. It started off as all club chat and it'll end up as all club chat. Maybe that's the moral of the story. I don't know. But like I said, it doesn't even seem to be a show at this point. It seems to be a documentary. But hopefully it does get out one day because, there's a lot of stuff we still don't know. There are a lot of fights we still haven't heard about. And I want to see that shit. So hopefully they figure out a way to put it out. But at this point, I would not put very much stock in it because we've seen how this shit has been going for the past couple of years. And as a consumer on the outside looking in, I'm not happy with it. Not at all. And I'll give you all an example as a consumer. Y'all know the show P Valley, right? I am so pissed off with P Valley right now because they keep teasing us on Instagram with, oh, P Valley's coming, oh, P Valley's coming, but these bitches won't give us a date. I feel like if P Valley had pulled this shit in their third season, that would have killed their fucking show. Only thing that's keeping them still alive was the cliffhanger of the first season. And they got to come back strong in this second season. They've pissed us off so much. They've pushed us back so much. If this second season is fucking trash, nobody's coming back after the third episode because we have been waiting. We have been waiting. Oh, I did hear about that also, Brooklyn Star. I did hear that they were getting sued. So, like I really do enjoy the show, but I am at my wits end with them motherfuckers because they are playing with me. I do not appreciate having to wait 2 years between fucking seasons. Don't get me hooked on some shit and then take it away. So, and that's how I feel about the show. They kind of got us hooked on some shit that never came to fruition. We got a couple of clips and stuff here and there, but this is not enough. It is not enough. It is specifically not enough to keep people's interest in it for all these many years, especially if you plan on putting it on a paid site. Now, about a year ago, I was one of the people, I said that I would be willing to pay a small nominal fee to watch the shit. At this point where I'm at now, no, I wouldn't pay nothing for it. And it's not like I wouldn't pay nothing for it because I don't think it would be good quality. I wouldn't pay nothing for it because I'm pissed off because I feel like you've been playing with my fucking emotions as far as not releasing the shit. Like I have told y'all who are my actual followers, y'all who watch me and who kind of know me, I've told y'all I do not watch TV shows as they air. I wait until the end of the season and I binge watch because I fucking hate waiting from Wednesday to Wednesday for my next episode. How do you think it makes me feel when I have to wait 3 years for a show, or I have to wait 2 years for another episode of P Valley? It pisses me the fuck off. And I think a lot of people feel the same. Leanne 2.0 said P Valley rap last week. They are in post production right now. Well, I hope so, Leanne. And these bitches better not come out here talking about no fucking lawsuit and they can't drop it, because at that point I will be completely done. I don't give a fuck about no cliffhanger. I don't care how much Miss Mississippi and all them, I like them bitches. No, I will not go back on principle. Like, my boycott game is fucking strong. It was an issue with the Lowe's refrigerator 20 years ago, and I still boycott them motherfuckers to this day. My entire family still boycotts Lowe's to this day over an issue with the fucking refrigerator that they sent us. So our boycott game is strong over here. Real master, I'm very passionate because, especially now in 2022, like y'all know, TV is fucking trash. It really is. So when you're able to look up and find a show that you really like, and then it's some fuck shit attached to it. And I don't want to say it, but yeah, I'm going to say it. Black shows are known for shit like this. Seinfeld would fucking never. Grey's Anatomy would fucking never. Grey's kept going through the pandemic, god damn it. Like, it's a lot of shows I hear that would fucking never. And I feel like because this is a black show, black production, like, ugh, y'all know where I'm going with this shit. No different than sometimes you try to, frequent a black business, but every time you go in there, it's some fuck shit. Not unlike goddamn Jamaican restaurants now. I don't know what Jamaican restaurants are like in the rest of the country, but I know the ones on the East Coast are trifling as fuck. Now they only get away with that shit because the jerk chicken and the curry goat gravy and the rice and peas, that shit be slamming. But for the most part, they trifling as fuck. These bitches don't even have no fucking menu. You got to call them bitches beforehand before you even go up there and ask them, like, are y'all making jerk chicken today? Because sometimes it's a yes, sometimes it's a no. Like, sometimes y'all make it really, really, really hard to frequent black business, but we keep coming back. Says a lot about us. Child, real master. We had this Jamaican restaurant open in North Carolina where I was from. I think it opened like a year after I got out of college, and my mom and dad were so excited about it. Everybody in the town was excited about it because we didn't really have no Jamaican restaurants. The grand opening day came. It was a line around the fucking building. These bitches didn't even open. They literally had workers in there with their uniforms on, sitting around doing nothing. They didn't even come to the door and explain to anybody why they weren't open. People just started fucking leaving. Like, that business lasted there for 2 months before they had to close down because they could never actually get the doors open, get the food hot and ready to serve to people. It was fucking ridiculous. It was so disheartening. It was so embarrassing because there was a lot of white people in that line. It was embarrassing. It's a Jamaican restaurant here where we are now in Myrtle Beach. If you in the Myrtle Beach area, you know the one. It ain't many. I think it's only that fucking one. But you got to call them niggas before you go up there to see if they making jerk chicken today. You got to call them niggas before you go up there to see if they got oxtail on the menu and how much the oxtail costs, because they fucking prices be fluctuating. They don't have a menu. They'll write some shit on the chalkboard sometimes. But like I said, it's the only one in the area. It's Jamaican food. The shit be slamming, so people will put up with this shit. And with that being said, guys, I think I'm pretty much done. I don't have any more B sector stuff to talk about unless something happened that I missed. Because, like I said, y'all been running me raggedy, and I've been having to take little afternoon naps. So I might have missed a little something. Oh, Valerie, you in Columbia? She ready. Said, I feel your pain. So I'm chalking up the Jamaican restaurant thing to number one, the show. Number two, P Valley. Y'all giving me Jamaican restaurant. Boom a clot. Kilolo, I talked about it a little bit. I said that QB was dragging the skin off of all of these bitches. It was hilarious, and I'm gonna go back and watch it again as soon as I get off of here. QB show last night was A1. A1. I had a great time. And I also said, Kilolo, that he drugged James so bad that I wouldn't be surprised if James be live sometime today with a little cleanup because he really got into James's ass last night. I fucking love it when QB be cussing these people out. I fucking love it. Because QB be saying some shit. He be saying some shit. But for me, generally, any type of quippy comeback, I'm here for it. For example, Dave Wilson doesn't cuss at all, but he be having me over here dying. Now, I know a lot of y'all say y'all don't fuck with Jay Wilson, y'all don't like him. I implore everybody to watch everybody. I implore you, just because you are, I'm going to use Babe Nation as an example. Just because you are Babe Nation, do not limit yourself to only 5 Babe and QB. I don't know if y'all been paying attention, but a lot of people who leave Babe Nation, they say that that's what they were doing while they were there. And that's why when they finally get out, their eyes are open to a lot of things. For example, Tracy D and Demi said when they were in Babe Nation, they didn't hardly watch anybody else, which I don't think is quite true for Tracy D because we know Tracy D was everywhere. But I do think it was true for Demi. I saw a lot of people in Babe Nation saying, "Oh, I don't go nowhere else. I only come here." I would implore y'all to stop doing that shit. You're only hurting and hindering yourself. There is a plethora of funny content out here. And you know, me personally, I have no problem with laughing at myself, which means I have no problem laughing at none of you bitches either. Okay? And if somebody is dragging you or saying some fucked up shit about you and you don't like it, the only thing you can do about it is change. Change. If you got a problem with anything I'm saying about you, it's up to you to fucking change. It is not up to me to change my opinion of what you are showing me. So, once again, I implore everyone to go everywhere. Don't stick yourself in a fucking box and then be confused when you don't understand shit. You don't understand because you're stuck in a box. That's why you don't understand. At least put a fucking window in the box if you're not going to put a door on it. At least put a window on it. So, when I see people talking about, oh, I don't go anywhere, and it's people on the other side who do that shit too. Oh, I don't watch Five. Oh, I don't watch this one. Oh, I don't watch that one. I would implore everybody to watch everybody, especially if they are your fucking enemy. Like, I don't know what kind of fighting you niggas grew up doing, but for me, if I have a fucking enemy, I'm watching everything that bitch do, say, eat, sleep, shit. I'm watching everything because I'm filling up my chamber full of bullets for this bitch. So I feel like you're doing yourself a disservice when you don't spread yourself out. And with that being said, guys, I am out of here. We have been on here for 53 minutes and 59 seconds, well, 54 minutes now. And I hope y'all had a great time. I hope everybody was able to kind of express themselves in the chat. I'm sorry, I wasn't really watching the chat too much today, but I know y'all be doing y'all thing down there and having a good old funky time. So hopefully everybody had a great time today. And when some more shit pops off, y'all know I will be live to discuss it. All right, y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all real soon. Peace.